Hey, thanks for getting together today. We've been working on this project together for a long time. It's been a lot of fun. It would be great just to hear a little bit about your background, how you got into what you're doing right now, and kind of a little bit of your professional background and how you got to what you're doing right now.
Yeah, it's great to meet with you today too. Thanks, and I've really enjoyed my involvement with zHome over the last few years. So my background really is with construction management. I graduated from the UW in construction management back in 1999. So I've been working in the construction management field, both commercial and then moved to multifamily residential, which is how I initially got involved in zHome. And through those efforts, then found my pathway here to Puget Sound Energy. So I've now become the representative for Puget Sound Energy on the zHome project, which is a great honor to still be involved in the project after going from multifamily and being involved in it on the builder side, and now being involved with it for Puget Sound Energy. So my background really is construction, but what I'm doing here at Puget Sound Energy, which my primary day-to-day role is space and water heating, retrofit space and water heating program management, both implementing and creating rebate programs around space and water heating.
Okay. So, and I know we've talked before, you were doing quite a bit with the mini split duct systems. Are you doing just that, or are you doing other things in addition to that?
A lot of things. So ductless heat pumps is one of the rebate programs that we have, but I also do gas furnaces, regular ducted air source heat pumps, and several different water heating measures, gas water heaters, electric water heaters, heat pump, the new heat pump water heater technology we have a rebate around, geothermal heat pump. But ductless heat pump is one of the new emerging technologies that we have a rebate program around. We were initially involved in a pilot program last year that the Northwest Energy Efficiency Alliance was running, and due to the preliminary study results that we've gotten back from that, Puget Sound Energy has now moved forward with a permanent program, which is exciting for us because they have a huge potential amongst customers that have never been marketed to before for HVAC equipment. Mm-hmm. The real targets and savings potential comes from customers that have existing baseboard or existing cadet wall heater units, and those customers have never been marketed to before for HVAC equipment. Ductless kind of has an interesting history. For North America, it is new emerging technology, and that's one of the reasons why we did the study program. Is Europe and Asia has had ductless heat pumps for 30 plus years. It's one of the primary ways that they heat their homes, both through ductless as well as radiant systems. And in North America, we haven't adapted that technology until just recently. So what we're really studying is the actual efficiencies associated with this product here in North America. So we can figure out within Puget Sound Energy service territory exactly what a customer with baseboard would be saving. And the preliminary results have shown that for a single-headed ductless heat pump unit, it costs about $4,000 furnished and installed, and it has a energy savings of about 4,000 kilowatt hours a year. So to put that in kind of rough cost estimates is about $400 per year at today's Puget Sound Energy electrical rates. So at $400 a year and at $4,000, the payback's pretty quick, especially with an $800 PSE rebate going on right now, as well as they qualify for the federal energy tax credit, $1,500, up to $1,500 of the federal energy tax credit. So once you subtract those things, it's about $2,000 out of pocket, and then it's about 4 to 5 years for it to pay back on a system that'll last and deliver consistent savings over the next 20 years, not to mention the additional comfort factor that you don't get from baseboards for customers. And now they have air conditioning during the summer, which is another benefit. So they've been a great, fantastic product for customers, and it's been fun being involved in it and seeing it take off, and seeing people widely embrace the technology and really get it.
You guys have been an amazing partner, very supportive, been very involved, and it'd be just interesting to hear your take on that.
Yeah, we're a very proud sponsor of zHome, and we signed on early to be a sponsor and continue to be a proud sponsor and market the project at our community events that we have. For us, we really view zHome as something that shows what the future might hold for us. And in order to meet our resources here in the Pacific Northwest as the years go on, we're going to need to figure out different ways to conserve energy, different ways to produce energy, so it's not such a tax on our infrastructure, so we don't have to build new power stations that no one wants in their backyard, and we don't have to spend as much money buying power on the open market. So if we can look at ways to use energy more responsibly, like the technologies that zHome is employing, we can hopefully let our existing resources last much longer and don't have to invest immediately in more things like substations and transformer lines and power plants. So we really see this as a look into the future, and hopefully some, if not all, of the concepts that are within zHome can be adapted into new construction and get people to employ some of these both in their existing homes as well as new construction too.
It's exciting to me that that Puget Sound Energy is so on board. I mean, I think in a lot of areas of the country that kind of relationship wouldn't be there. So we definitely really appreciate PSE's support, because you guys have just been just fantastic. So I guess one last question. You know, you've worked in the building industry in different parts of it. You've worked in commercial, residential, now in the utility side. I'm curious how you've seen it evolve in the area of energy efficiency, and kind of what your vision for the future is, you know, what you might see coming up in the future.
Well, things have, it wasn't that long ago really that I graduated from college. In 1999, I was a construction management major at UW. And the program at the time talked nothing about energy efficiency, to build tighter envelopes, solar panels, ground source heat pumps, and some of the technologies that are being employed in zHome. None of that was talked about in school, even though a lot of those technologies have been around for so long. Things in the last 11 years, just in my short time within the industry, have really advanced, where we're seeing huge incentives for solar panels. The state has a huge incentive for solar panel, for customers that install solar panels can get money for all the power that they generate for those. LEED in the commercial industry has made a huge impact, and none of that was talked about 10 years ago. And I really think that has made a big impact on the commercial industry, where people have had to get continuing education and couldn't just rely on the technologies that they've known in the last 30 years. I think we'll continue to see energy efficiency make its way into new construction. LEED will continue to make an impact. The Master Builders Built Green program has made a huge impact on new construction and will continue. And that's why we're so excited about zHome, and hoping that this will continue to move the momentum in a forward step, so that we can start doing something to move ourselves forward in the future, and not just wait for government and for politicians to do things. Let's do something now, bring public and private entities together so we can move ourselves forward in the future.
Cool. That sounds great. Well, we've got our work cut out for us.
Yes, we do.
So, but it's exciting to be on a project like zHome, where that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today. This is very exciting, and PSE, again, couldn't be happier with our involvement in the project, and to see it finally break ground and move forward. We're looking forward to its completion in March 2011.
Cool. Well, thank you, Dennis.
Thanks.
Yeah.